Hello guys, and welcome to your energy update for the collective here watching this video. Hope you're doing well and in high spirits. Thank you so much for being here. All the gratitude to you. This is timeless. Anytime you come across it and feel drawn to listen, please do. There's many layers in the messages that can reveal themselves differently at different times, depending on where you're at in your journey. Also, please only take what resonates. If something creates tension, doubt, lack, limitation, anything heavy or restrictive inside your mind, body, or heart, please throw it away, reject it, don't take it on. It's not for you today. Everything should provide a sense of lightness, expansiveness, empowerment, etc., even if it's emotional. Okay, let's go ahead and set the intention. I ask that this reading with these tools be accurate, specific, and bring blessings to everyone involved. Angels, please help me to stay centered in my higher self so that I may clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine messages that you impart through me in these tools. Please give me the confidence to understand, trust, and follow through with your messages. Thank you, and amen. All right, so what is going on in the collective today? Please and thank you. And actually, we're going to start with one of these. This is Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. We use her Starseed Oracle a lot. Love this deck. So we also have obtained her Work Your Light Oracle deck. For the collective, please and thank you watching this video. What is their message? Thank you. Awakening, you guys. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. Beautiful energy. A lot of sleep there, a lot of downloads in your sleep. Astral meditation, but overall, yeah, this awakening, this energetic upgrades. You could be feeling shifts. You could be, like, let's say you go a little bit energetic more than usual one day, a little more sensitive to things, a little sick or under the weather, or just shifts. Also, I think this is serpentine, maybe. Serpentine could be a really good stone for you. It just caught my eyes, super strong. And serpentine also has to do with Kundalini rising and awakening and activation, which is also connected to Syrian energy. And Syrian energy has been in the collective lately. So yeah, no matter what you call it, Kundalini awakening, activation, whatever, this energy is here. It is present, and it is happening. It's happening. It's all happening. Okay, thank you. And what is the current energy of the collective watching this video? Please and thank you. What is the current energy of the collective watching this video? Please and thank you. Yeah, the current overall energy of the collective watching this video. Thank you. Shifts, which is what we just talked about, especially quantum shifts and leaps. Connection, the biome, we're all one. We're all connected. We are all part of the same earth, the same essence, part of source. Realizations around this and more action towards this kind of behavior, this more unified behavior. At least for the collective watching this video, this is something that comes in. We also have time management, discipline coming through. New beginnings on how to discipline yourself with all this new energy, with these new downloads and upgrades. How do you now manage your time? How do you now implement structure when maybe reality is really a different concept than it used to be, or is becoming a different concept than it used to be? So that is there quite strongly. It's interesting. I really had a plan to use this deck. I had a plan to just use this deck, but my plan is proving to not be. And sometimes that happens in life in general, where you have a plan to do one thing and then along the way, your heart calls you to another thing. simple example, but it is an example happening in your reading space. And that is okay. It would not feel right because this energy of this deck for now, even though I wanted to use it, felt heavy. So I look at that as a metaphor, because this deck feels light right now to use. And I'm going to honor that feeling. See what we are seeing. All right, you guys. So, anything else to say about this awakening happening in the collective energy? Please and thank you. Yes, new mindsets, new beginnings when it comes to the way that you're going to be viewing the world and viewing things could already be in place. It could still be happening. It feels like it's still happening for a lot of you. This usually indicates a challenging journey as well. But to me, I feel like you've been through a lot of the challenging journey. And yeah, it doesn't mean that what would a journey be without, challenges, obstacles, curveballs. But I feel like you've been through some of the worst of it, and a lot is clearing up now. The sun is coming out now. Clarity is coming. Clarity is here. This equipping yourself with a powerful, potent, strong new mindset is extremely valuable. It gives you a lot of new perspective on this world, on this earth. And some of these perspectives aren't easy. Some of these are challenging perspectives, yes. It can be hard to shatter the illusion of our reality and take on another reality of like, oh, wow, this is a whole other reality. That can be one of the hardest things. So it's not easy in that way, but it is very beneficial and beautiful and still a relief in many ways. And I feel like this is very spiritual energy. You see how this hilt of this sword is purple? Purple is crown chakra. It makes it feel very, spiritually guided, this whole process, which it is. It's an awakening. But I do feel with this, you're illuminating to certain shadows within yourself, which you will see in others around you. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands here. And to me, when I see this for you now, it's very much like this brings out where we see that people aren't being real or honest, or that we aren't, or both. We aren't with ourselves, with them, that we have certain maybe habits of how to get away with things or to manipulate situations or to get our way that we aren't liking anymore, or just things that we aren't being honest about or people around us aren't being honest about. That's a hard reality when we realize that. We have trust issues surfacing, suspicion, guardedness. We also have, though, the positive sides of this, which is strength here. And I don't know, positive sides of the Seven of Swords, well, I don't know if there is one. Can we enhance on this, please, and thank you? I mean, in this instance, there is one sometimes, but here it feels like the reason that you have some of these trust issues or these doubts is because somebody wasn't real or good or honest with you. But it's also like that helps you come into your strength and reveal these shadows in you that need to be dealt with and healed, because that's a part of your journey, right? What is this about? There's some anger, some resentment, some frustration. Could be a bit of a face-off between you and another, between you and a friend, you and a girlfriend, or just you and, a significant other, a person. This could be part of this activation, actually, this process. This could really be awakening you. But there definitely is frustration. There's still sensual connection if it's romantic here, or still passion here if it's like a collaboration or something. I feel both of you looking at the past, analyzing the past a bit. One of you could be air, one of you could be fire, or have those dominant placements. Doesn't have to be, though. But one of you looks at the past with anger and wants to change it and almost control it in some ways. And another of you is like trying to fix it, and it's like you can't, these energies, it is what it is. And that's part of this awakening, is it is what it is. See how she's in this position of surrender? So there's something, no matter what your specific situation is, where it's like there needs to be a certain kind of surrender, because there are certain things, when, especially the past, you can't be angry at the past, really. I mean, you can, but you can't change it by being angry at it, and you can't change the past. You can change the now. Why is this here for the collective, please and thank you? I feel like some of you are entrepreneurs or building, business, trying to build something, manage something, do something that is independent, even if it's a side thing. And I feel like there's a focus here on, with this time management on how to navigate that and do that. But, and I do feel like a lot of you, like this is bringing extra money in or some kind of extra success in one way or another. But there's a dissatisfaction with it because of this ending, this breakup, this thing that's over. There's a little bit of like a sadness or a dissatisfaction because you feel like maybe you don't have somebody to share it with, or you don't have somebody that understands you to share it with. Of course, that won't go for all of you the same way. But I do feel like this new mindset brings you into a much more present state, a much more now state, a much more logical energy. So if we were just focused on stability before and, building a creative business, entrepreneurship, whatever it is for you, working even, and feeling just like, God, there's nobody here. Or maybe you were the Seven of Swords and now you feel like there's nobody that trusts you or wants to share this with you, whatever it is. I feel like you're moving into this energy. This is do you notice how this old energy is faced in the past and kind of sad? And this new energy is very forwards in the now. Not past, not future, in the now. Present, logical, clearing. Things are still clearing. Notice how in both of these, the clouds are clearing away. They're clearing away. So the clouds are clearing away for you. Things are becoming more lucid and you're becoming more present. And part of what's doing this is you're communicating something, whether it be with yourself, with your guides, with this person, with your business, with your art, your world. You're communicating something. You're blooming. You're rising up. Something is bringing you into more balance, and you're able to make more peace, able to let go of some of this, trying to shift the past where you can't, and hold on to issues or, problems or weight baggage now that basically pulls you away from the now and puts you in an illusion of the past. It's like you're really letting this clear up and using a new perspective to do that. This new perspective is really strong for you guys, this awakening, a new way of being. Clarify this, please, and thank you. Oh, it doesn't mean it's always clear for you. It doesn't mean it's always obvious which way to go or what you need to do. But I do feel that you have a greater trust and understanding in yourself on the way and the horizon, if not already here. A part of you fakes it till they make it. A part of you feels blind. Nobody ever feels 1,000% sure, I don't think. And if they do, it could be quite egoic. So you're in this energy, clarity, present, clearing, and this energy, present, not seeing, but feeling. Now, this is how I read it for this reading. Please understand, we don't always read the typical format. Sometimes we do, but usually it's the energetic, So this is how we read this, because it's all a unit. It's all one story. It flows together. And because of the way they fit together, the meanings can shift and change. And the way the energy feels, it's a lot of a feeling, right? So I do feel like you are building, you're trusting your intuition. So you're getting clarity, you're being more present in the now, releasing certain things, accepting certain things in the past, having this huge awakening, upgrade, energetic shift that's been happening for a while, but it feels like it's becoming more and more prominent, building up even into August. So you're doing all this. You're following your instincts, and in this way you are opening and cultivating options for yourself when it comes to money and finances. And I feel like you're transforming this more lonely energy of like, yes, I made some success, but like, what is it without this? Into more of a collaborative energy, into more of an open options energy. You could literally be collaborating, working with in a different way, different people, or you could just be exploring again. You could be working more from the heart center, and allowing people to share your creative vision, or you're just opening options for yourself financially. I do see a new solid beginning and start here. So you have Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles here, and it feels like it is related to whatever it is you're building, working on, or shifting. You apply it wherever it is, okay? It can go for anything, but This is a new stable beginning. Do you have anything else to say about this Ace of Pentacles? Could also be a new way of making money. Could be that you decide on one of these options as well. Nice. Making movement, taking action towards your dreams, towards your desires. This to me is Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer really strongly. That's just the way I read this. I also get some Scorpio, Pisces in there as well really strongly. Leo. A lot. Everybody kind of shows up in this. But this is you taking action and feeling motivated and inspired, feeling excited about moving towards something. And yeah, like I got this. Like, heck yeah. Like you're transforming this fist of anger and of trying to control and change the past that you can't control and change the past. See her little fist of anger there? You're transforming that fist of anger into a fist of triumph and success. See her little fist of triumph and success as she's moving forwards. And again, moving forwards, but in the present moment, you know? She's harnessing the present moment. So very beautiful, strong motion and energy there, determination. A lot of you, or some of you watching, could really be changing your hair quite drastically. I see a change in look coming, perhaps, to match this change in mindset and in your career and your path. Anything else for the collective, please and thank you. Thank you. And at the root of a lot of this, we have a similar message that's been in the collective for a while, which is healing. Healing past energies, relationships. Healing relationships in the past, especially with your parents, with childhood, friends, old relationships, whatever it is. But it's healing relationships, healing love, healing stuff. And it's mostly in the past, and it has a lot to do with you being a child. Even if you don't realize that, that's kind of like the root of everything. And also I feel like in some of you are taking your power back, getting your magic back even. Like restoring some of the magic that was lost or discouraged to you. You're realizing that it's more real than you were told. And in this, it's like giving you this like justified energy, this like, okay, like I have justice to this situation in a way. And I feel you're embracing you. There is happiness to be found. And what I really love consistently about your key cards here, of like, this is the energy you're moving into. What I love about this is you're facing forwards in all of these. Not forwards like future, and not backwards like past, but like forwards as in like present, like you are present, frontwards, you know? Present. In the now. Doing what you can with the now. Not spending as much time back there or up there, because you don't need to spend as much time back there now because you've laid a lot to rest, or you're making peace with a lot of that. So now we can shift the focus into the present, and it's not even the future. It's not even like what will be and taking yourself out of now. It's like, what can I do with what I have now? And this is bringing a lot of happiness to you, clarity on action, direction, and some of you could have a new or a stronger connection to your spirit guide than before. A new spirit guide coming in, new familiar. Your pet could be getting a download if you have a pet, or an upgrade along with you, which is awesome. For some reason I heard them say downgrade. I don't know what that would be about, but it's positive no matter what. It's a positive feeling. I see turquoise coming through. Turquoise could be a nice stone for some of you. Helps bring in that happiness. And yeah, passion, healing, gratitude, communication, creativity, clarity, all really big things. And a lot of it's fire energy. So a lot of this is summer, and a lot of this, again, hits around that August time frame. I'm excited to see what goes on in August, because it's really just been such a strong month coming through. And then also September comes through a bit with this as well, being just really like potent for feeling this success. So for the collective, we are going to grab 9, I hear them say. Make sure if some of you work with any kind of till, like money till, that's 10. Any kind of money till that you count carefully, okay? Over the next few weeks especially, because I just got that through. Okay. Just to avoid any unnecessary mistakes. Yeah, and we have debt here kind of to confirm that message. Like you don't need to, forewarned is forearmed sometimes. So just count your money carefully. Also have lead. Some of you could be taking the lead role in your life. And maybe you haven't before. Or maybe it's been a long time since you have. Maybe you're taking the lead, taking the reins in your journey now. You're in this, where are you? In this now energy, in this present energy, taking the lead for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. I like that. It's interesting because you have Deal out here too, which was out in Aquarius's reading yesterday. We have Tin, again, the Tin Man, which has come out before too, who was wanting a heart, looking for his heart, realizing he had a heart all along and he never needed some great and powerful Oz to tell him this. The great and powerful Oz was just another man behind a curtain, right? It was in us all along. Sometimes we need to go on the journey. Sometimes we need to feel that validation from somebody else. But in the end, it is us who gives it to us. And the physical journey is a metaphor. It is a physical representation. It is a physical metaphor for the spiritual or the emotional journey we take. They're all intertwined. When we take an emotional journey, our physical shifts. And when we do an event through our physical, like going on a big, long, adventurous hike, we also overcome obstacles in our mind and in our spirit, right? So that's like the same for the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz going to get his heart. I see TY here. Thank you. Thank you is what I hear. Gratitude. I feel a lot of gratitude in this reading. I feel a sense of thank you, and that's partly because there's been a lot of turmoil and trial and lack of clarity and pain and hurt and all kinds of things through this journey, and it's finally reaching a peak where there is clarity, where those clouds are clearing and you are feeling that presence, something that you've been working for and towards, whether you realize it or not, you're finally achieving. And that feeling is like such a feeling of gratitude, of a thank you. Like it's such a relief and a release. It puts you in this like, heck yeah energy. And it's a gratitude. It's a gratefulness. You're ready to make movement. You're ready to integrate. You're ready. Great energy. Also Tinder. I see Tinder here. Some of you could be dating. Watch out for leeches, people that take your energy. If you are dating, online dating, just dating, whatever, watch out for, it's not that people are leeches. I love leeches, by the way. They're awesome creature. But I mean, it's not that, anybody's bad and we're not and we're great. No, it's not like this. It's just careful about getting yourself into a dynamic where somebody's taking and you feel drained. Where the energy isn't equal, because nobody's going to save you or really rescue you from that situation except for you. And also, if you're entering into that energy, you're feeding it in just as unhealthy of a way. Like you're very responsible for your part in that. Sometimes we feel like we're a victim in that role, or we play the victim in that role, like, oh, somebody is taking from us. But when we activate this way and we start to see things clearer, we have a lot more clarity and ability to recognize a situation in front of us. So it's really becoming, with great power is great responsibility. It's becoming more of our responsibility to really look out for ourselves in these situations and for the other person, because they don't need to enter into that kind of an arrangement with you either. You don't need to sell yourself into that energy, right? So I do see end here as well. This could just be the end of I get end of relationship, of a person, of a cycle, of a time, of a time. It could also be the end of a marriage. I see till death do us part, and then the end. So for somebody here, you could be ending your marriage. It's going to be such a relief and a release for you. It's such a positive thing. It doesn't mean it's easy, no. But this is, yes, you've been called to do this for a reason. Doubt and uncertainty can cloud you up a bit again, but trust, this is yes, okay? Also, dill, some of you could be making pickles, and that could be really healthy for you. That could be like a really high vibratory or high energy food for somebody right now. I'm really feeling that through for you. So maybe you've been called to make some pickles, or you are, and that's like awesome. That's like going to be such a healthy food. DIY, do it yourself. Some of you could be making tutorials or energy and really being seen right now. I feel like there's a lot happening. A lot is replacing itself. There's lid again with the pickle energy, so you guys could be jarring, canning, doing something like this with somebody that's been coming through a few times lately. Net. Somebody could really want to capture you or trap you, especially that kind of like leechy energy. Just remember that your only duty and responsibility in these instances especially is to yourself. Okay, guys? You owe it to yourself. You've come far. If you want to tie the knot, if you want to be in a tie with somebody, that's a different thing. Choose wisely. And I just am being drawn to, for those of you who are considering somebody or something, or dating, or going into a deeper commitment with somebody here, like it's saying, is there anything to say about going into a deeper commitment for the collective? Thank you. Yeah, this is what I was wondering about, this like leech energy. This could be a codependent situation if you're not careful. And it's not that we need to be afraid of codependency. It's a common thing. It's just watch the behaviors, because this has to do with addictions that could be affecting your romantic life, and also just being overly dependent. I see Leo energy there again, the lion energy there again. So whether this is speaking to a Leo or to the season of Leo, August, end of July and August, or I guess September again through though too, or whether this be talking about strength, just that fire energy in general, rising up into kingdom, queendom energy, regardless of what it exactly means or indicates. There is a connection here to the pride as well of the lion, to the strength of the lion, to the knowing of the self-worth of the lion, that does help us to kind of avoid and not repeat patterns with these codependent, addictive energies, okay? Heart-to-heart conversations are always recommended. If somebody can't handle it, they don't want it, if it's too hard for them to take in the moment, it will ultimately help them more than anything later, okay? And you as well. And divine timing is at work in your love life. Something is worth waiting for. You don't need to rush into something because you think it's all you have or all that you're worth or something like this. You just don't need to. I see TED here as well, and TED Talk, but I feel like it's separate. TED reminds me of a person. TED Talk could be something that you guys need to talk about or that you share on. 10 is completion. 10 is completion. When you don't let somebody capture you again in their net and fall into this again that your heart knows it really doesn't want to go into, it reverses into a 10 and becomes completion of a cycle, and you rise up fully. And you will, guys. Don't overthink it or stress about it ever if you can help it, because there's no point. There's no reason. I mean, there is a point to everything. I shouldn't say there's no point, but it's not going to serve you to worry about what you can't change, what's out of your control. Your journey is your journey. In a lot of ways, the reins are in your hands, and in a lot of ways, you're on a cable car. You're going. Breathe, Anna Nalick, that song comes into mind. So yeah, just write your songs, do your stuff, play your music, live your life, let the sun shine. When you start to catch yourself, be conscious of yourself. When you start to feel like you're not worth it, like you start to block yourself off, really analyze that. Where is that coming from and why? Because you are worth it, and you are rising up and doing amazing. And I feel like you are becoming spiritual teachers, a lot of you, or some kind of teacher. I feel that from you so strongly, and you're able to guide. And in this way, when I do your reading, I feel guided by you. And it's awesome feeling. So thank you for being here, and for allowing me the opportunity to learn and expand as well through your energy. It means a lot. And remember, you guys can email me FrequencyOfTheHeart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. And yeah, until then, I will see you all next time. I really appreciate you being here. Take care.